Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. This is Fabha Business Wali. I'm a student and facilitator at Rehan School Online Academy. I just watched an amazing TED Talk by Dr. Barbara, and I really wanted to share what I have learned from it because honestly, it changed the way I look at learning, and I think it might help you too. So, first of all, let me tell you something surprising about Dr. Barbara. She used to fail at maths and science when she was in school. Yup. She moved around a lot as a kid and struggled so much with numbers that by third grade, she had already fallen off the math wagon, as she says. Imagine that. And today, she is an engineering professor. That already blew my mind. She shared her journey of how she went from hating math to actually mastering it, and I found it super inspiring. After her after high school, she didn't have the money for college, so she joined the military just to learn a new language. She ended up learning Russian and even worked out at sea as translator on Soviet ships. Cool, right? She also spent time in Antarctica, and that's where she met her husband. She jokes that she had to go to the end of the world to find him, but then she says something really deep. All these adventures were giving her new external perspectives, but not internal growth. She wanted to change from the inside. She wanted to understand what those engineers around her were doing, how they solved problems with math and science. That's when she made the decision to change her brain. At age 26, after leaving the army, she started studying math again from scratch. It was hard, but the biggest thing she realized later was this. If she had known how to learn properly, she could have done it more easily. And that's what her whole TED Talk is about, how we can learn how to learn better. The two modes of thinking. Dr. Oakley explained that our brain has two modes of learning. Number one is the focus mode, when you are concentrating hard on something you know. And number second is diffuse mode, when your brain is relaxed and wandering. She used the example of a pinball machine to explain it. When we think in focus mode, the ball bounces around in small area, like working on something we already understand. But to reach new ideas or deep insights, we need the diffuse mode, where the ball has space to bounce around wisely. That's when our brain makes creative connections. So basically, if you are stuck in a problem, take a break. Go for a walk, a rest, or do something different. Your brain keeps working in the background. Isn't that cool? How artists and inventors use this. She gave example of famous people who use this trick. Salvador Dali, the painter, will hold keys in his hand while relaxing. As he'll drift off to sleep, the keys fall off and wake him up, and boom, he have new ideas when he's relaxed, when the brain is relaxed. Number second is Thomas Edison, the inventor, did something similar with the ball bearings. So even creative geniuses relied on switching between focus and diffuse modes to solve problems. Beating procrastination with Pomodoro. Now I love this part. She talked about procrastination and how our brain literally feels pain when we look at tasks we don't want to do. That's why we avoid them. But she said if we can just start and stick with it for a few minutes, the pain goes away. She introduced a technique called the Pomodoro technique. Set a 25 minutes timer, focus completely during the time, no distractions, then take a short break. This helps train your brain to focus and also relax. Both are necessary for deep learning. Embrace your differences. She's also talked about how people feel bad about having a weak memory or being slow thinkers, but she said these so called flaws can actually be strengths. If you have poor memory, you might be more creative because your brain pulls in random ideas. If you are slow thinker, it means you can go deeper, like a hiker noticing the beauty around. while others rush past like race cars. Practical study tips. Here are some golden tips that she shared. Number one is testing yourself is the best way to learn. Make flashcard, quick quiz yourself. Number second, don't just read or highlight. Instead, read a page, look away, and try to recall it in your own words. Number third, when you solve a problem, don't do it just once. Repeat it multiple times on different days until it feels as easy as singing a song. Number fourth, understanding isn't enough. You also need practice and repetition to truly master something. And my final thoughts on this TEDx is that this talk made me realize something powerful. We all are capable of learning anything, no matter how bad we think we are at it. Doctor Barbara didn't have a perfect start. She struggled, but she learned how to learn, and that's what changed her life. She ended up saying something I'll never forget. Don't just follow your passion, broaden them. That really hit me because sometimes we limit ourselves by thinking we are only good at one thing. But maybe if we open our minds, try new things, and learn how to learn, we'll find amazing passions we never knew we had. So, Dr. Barbara, if you're watching this, thank you. Your story and your ideas have inspired me so much. I now believe that I can shape my brain and grow in ways I never thought possible. And I'll be using your techniques, especially the Pomodoro, every day from now on. So, thank you so much, everyone. And if this inspired you, go watch the full talk, and it's really worth it. So, I'll see you in my next TEDx review video. Till then, Allah Hafiz and goodbye.